Hello everyone! Welcome to more Final Fantasy XIV. It is time! Let me go ahead and open up the Duty Finder, and this is going to give us a bunch of information. This is actually the old system where it would tell you all of this. So in the Duty Finder you can do tons of things. You can do dungeons. You can do what are called trials. That's what these symbols are. These symbols are the actual raids. This is the Golden Saucer, which we've never done. This is what is called a Guild Hest, which I have never done. And then this is the Roulettes. Once you hit a high enough level, or I think once you have more than one dungeon unlocked, you can access what is called the Duty Roulette, which allows you to jump into any dungeon that you have unlocked. And, you can just join in with other players, level that way. But we are going to hop into our first dungeon, Sastasha. After a period of relative silence following the calamity, the Serpent Reavers have once again taken to terrorizing the inland hamlets of Lanasia, killing the men, kidnapping the women and children, plundering the storehouses, and burning what little they leave behind. For years it was not known how the pirates were able to raid areas so far from the coast, until a local shepherd sighted a band of painted ruffians entering the Sastasha sea grout, carrying large quantities of sacks and crates. Could it be there's more to this cave than meets the eye? So there is a time limit. It's 90 minutes. If you ever hit that time limit, then you're definitely doing something wrong. It's for 1 to 4 players. Tank, healer, 2 DPS. Classes, Disciple of War or Magic. Limited jobs can participate only in a performed party meeting party size requirements, or an unrestricted party, and if duty rules allow. So basically, because Blue Mage is the only limited job right now, if you're Blue Mage, you can't queue in this thing. But you can come to the dungeon with other players and, enter the dungeon that way. Level 15 sinks from 18. Explorer mode is unavailable. I have no idea what that means. Roll and item level restrictions are lifted for parties meeting minimum size requirements. So, let's join. And we should basically instant queue because we're healer. I'm actually surprised that we didn't. Yeah, it's actually taking a moment to queue, which is very surprising. Because healer almost always instantly queues, so that's very surprising. Let me try something real quick. Let's go Gladiator. Yeah, there we go. Apparently there's just enough healers out there that there just aren't enough tanks. I don't mind. I don't mind tanking. The active help entries have been added. Alright. Sastasha. I do have Shield Lob. I need to be Total Eclipse. Hi. Say hi to YouTube. Hi. Argenti says hi. There you go. Somebody said hi to you guys. Now, usually people run much more of this per poll, but I don't. That's not the kind of person I am. YouTube, smash that like button. Captain likes his wine red, it says. So, it's very important that we read that. So, oh, turn on rip. Oops. Turn on enmity. Oops. I didn't realize I didn't have that on. I'm intelligent. Smash that enmity button. Right? But yeah, I do have to plug YouTube to these guys because who knows, maybe they'll come watch. You never know. Grab the... You keep the Shade Seekers while they deal with the giant clam, because the clam is just one enemy. Also, I didn't realize I could go this way. I went all the way back. For literally no reason. Yeah, usually other tanks will like pull this entire area all at once. It's a little bit annoying. Just because like the giant clams, they kind of can't move or anything. So technically, like, you can avoid fighting these guys just by doing that. But then it like really kind of bugs out a bit because they can't move, but they still try to, like, attack you. And it's really annoying. Trying to get this cave area here. There we go. Luckily, tanking is really not hard at all. Also, I just realized I'm not using my... What is it? Rampart. Oh, the clam wasn't dead yet. It can only be attacked when its mouth is open, which is also slightly annoying. But its mouth opening summons the Shade Seekers. There we go. Alright, so this is where that thing comes in. It was red. Oh. I accidentally hit the wrong thing there. And time for the boss. Now my main goal is literally just to stand here and get freaking kicked in the face constantly by this thing. While they sit here and pound away at it. It doesn't take too much to knock it out, though. So, that's good. I actually should look at the loot because it's possible that I might need some of this. It wasn't letting me need roll on anything, so I'm guessing none of that was my class. So, I did get the goggles, which might still be better than whatever I currently have. But it was not it's not built for my class specifically. It was built for just any of the Disciple of War classes. So it was more meant for DPS than Gladiator, so. Alright, second boss, Captain Madison. Which, interestingly enough, Captain Madison is a guy, despite the name. I say that because it took me until recently to even, like, discover this. Because the name Madison. Wow, they took down Captain Madison immediately. Bow Strikers Tabard. Again, another DPS Disciple of War thing. So here's another one. A lot of people will go in and just grab this entire room. Like this here, those guys there, the guys back there. Literally everything. It's kind of annoying. Frick. When other tanks do that. Hey, channel's really cute. I really, like, I don't have much to say right now because I'm sitting here handling the tanking. Maybe if I wasn't focused entirely on tanking, I would have something to say. What I can do is draw these guys in, though. And then come over here and start eclipsing. So I can have all four of these guys. Now this I don't mind. Just grabbing all of these guys all at once. But tanks will normally pull that entire room. And these guys. It's really annoying. Say we should have the key. Yep. I got new gear. That's why I'm going kind of slow here. I couldn't click on the key. No worries. Sounds like we've got it sounds like we've got a noob healer too, which is fine. We've got Jane is a conjurer, so that's cool. So what I want to do is I want to actually pull these guys this way. because there will be mobs that come from back there in a minute too. Here come the dogs. I want to make sure I grab the aggro of the dogs. There we go. And we keep taking down Madison first when we get into these fights. Which is why, like, the boss music is going away. Because once Madison is down, technically the boss is over, but the other mobs are still around, so... Click that bell for notifications. Ah, boy. That's great. I always forget to mention the bell. Mostly because I don't use it. Like, I just open the subscription tab. I mean, hitting the bell does get you notified, like, the moment that a video is live. But I don't watch videos, like, as soon as they're live. Because I'm usually watching other videos. So... And we don't need to fight these other guys off on the side, so... I'm not going to worry about pulling any of them. Usually you don't end up pulling them in the dungeon. But most tanks will have pulled up to the edge there. Just all at once. So... She's sell your spawning ground, Shorewalker. Oh, Captain Madison just died. For everything it is and it used to be. Boss time. We actually might, like, see more of this guy than I'm used to, because this seems like a pretty noobish group. I don't know if the duty roulette, like, ties in with the, like, selecting or not. Which, I mean, that could also be part of it. Is that because I specifically selected Sastasha, you know, instead of getting here via duty roulette. But I don't know. I don't know how it works. Yay! Level up. Da 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 da. I think that's the first time I've seen the human, like, victory thing. Go ahead and drop a player commendation on Jane. And then... just go ahead and roll those. Orchestration! Alright. We did pretty good for our very first dungeon. And now, there will be 2 more of those that we have to do in quick succession here. I am used to having a mount. I'm so used to having a mount that I look down to click right here where the mount is. And then realized, oh, right, I don't have a mount. So, that's funny. Alright. Well, I guess it's time to run on back. We hit Airport. Oh, we have been to Swift Perch. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, cause I don't think we've been to Swift Perch, Swift Perch, but we have. Yeah, we've got a bit of gil now. Got 3,000, thanks to that dungeon. If you run dungeons regularly, you'll have plenty of money. At least if you're on a free trial account. I don't know about beyond. Because free trial accounts, obviously, you can only have 300,000 gil max. And so, yeah, I tend to keep money pretty well. So, like just running those basically. And back to the aft castle. Ethernet and aft. If those people actually do check my YouTube, it'll be a few more days before they see this episode go up. But hey, if any of them check, they'll be able to see themselves going to the dungeon. Alas, I will probably never see any of those people again. Hey, if you're watching the episode and you are one of those 3 people in that dungeon, leave a comment down below and let me know. I'll say hi to you. Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha? Dolores Bear. Yes. Humph. So it seems that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor. None the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, milady. Bye. Back then, are you? With all your limbs and a tale to tell, I wager. Yeah, here, let me explain everything that happened. Fishbacks. And there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 hells. You turn your back for 5 bloody minutes, and the scaly bastards have set up a shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces. So I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sastasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't ask for more than that. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. Just so happens I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of adventure to which can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Sure. Probably pirates. Quest complete. Party finder unlocked. Yay! Not that I've ever used that at all because I'm not able to. So we went in at what? Level 18, 19? We're now level 22. So, yeah. You do get some experience out of doing dungeons. So, later on is information on a new task. Oh, it's still level 15. Ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. That's all I know. Whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it pose any trouble for adventurers survived the bedlam in Sastasha. If you think you might be interested, you want to have words with Mother Mione, me counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, lass. Alright. So, let's pop back over to Conjure again. Because I'd like to run this next dungeon as healer. We'll see what happens. So, I'll take whatever it is that ends up being easier and faster, of course. So, let's head on over to Gridania. Also, if I wanted to go to the Gold Saucer, I could take an airship there as well. So, we can skip the cutscene of us flying. I figure it's about the same amount as teleporting, so. And really the place that I need to go is right there at the airship landing, so. I figure this is probably the easiest way to get over there. And we'll probably only do. Maybe we'll do another. Excuse me, I don't know. I was gonna say we'll probably only do the one dungeon this episode, but I'm looking and we're only at like the half-hour mark. So we could probably still do another. Usually I go for 45 to 50. You can see wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your. Oh? Not here to dine? Do I hope that you're the adventurer Baderon sent word about? You are? The matron be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mione, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to task in question, this is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. And once again, if you are, if you started in Gridania, she will have different dialogue here because she knows you. So, and you'll see that when we get to the third dungeon in Thonalon. Mione is willing to brief you on your task. Ready for the briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mione, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward. And good evening to you, Bowlord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. Please report that we have a volunteer at last. One who comes highly recommended at that. Well, my thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tomtar Deepcroft. Hey, that's where I found the fireflies. The place was once a Glamorran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past. We leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the deep croft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks. The limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? Sure. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray, make your way to the deep croft, and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. Quest accepted. Alright. Off to the Tom Terra Deep Croft. Which is... where again? Ah, that's what I thought. I'm going, isn't that directly in Central? It is. Also, I was wrong. It's level 15 for the first dungeon. And this is the level 16. And then the next one is level 17. Convenient. Alright. Let's make a quick... whoops. Make a quick run over to... Make quick... there we go. Make a quick run over to the Deep Croft. That was annoying. Also, apparently I didn't talk to the Chocobo when I was here. Oops. Now it's down... yeah, down this way. And what was it that was still down here in the bent branch? Nothing. We did it already. Okay. That's right. It was the fireflies. That's exactly what it was. But I figured out where they were. They were in the Deep Croft. Lothair. I just like that name, Lothair. Speaking of the Deep Croft, saw that coming. And that was what I was debating, was whether I wanted to switch to a DPS class to kill this Dynamite. But, it's fine. Isildur and Alien, who seem to be tired. Dolores Bear, Kikina, and hey look, it's Eminoff. It's it's Eminoff, Dolores Bear, Kikina. These three. From the previous thing. When we meet again, I cannot turn surprised to see you here. You took the prize back in Limsa, but this time we will give you better sport, or I am no true adventurer. Think of our goal, sister. One day our adventures will be the stuff of song, and it'll all be worth it. God, I hate mausoleums. It's not right to disturb the dead in their slumber. Childish curiosity prompted me to commit the most elementary of blunders. Were it not for the fruit that Alien found, my adventures may well have ended in this forbidding place. Always look before you leap. In my haste, the most fundamental rule of adventuring slipped my mind. I do believe I shall rest here a while. I shudder to think what might have happened to Isildur had I not thought to pick the fruit I stumbled across on the way here. Sometimes he has too much vigor for his own good. Age is supposed to mellow us. If anything, it has made him more impetuous. I understand his desire to make use of the time left to him, but one misstep and there won't be any. Ah! Freaking magic bones. I was trying to, step off to the side and I hoped that I wouldn't aggro them. But nope. Well, at least I'll die faster. I'm not level 13 now, I'm level 17. Oh yeah, that's so much faster. Amazing what just a couple levels can do, honestly. Also gear, but, you know. You're Kazumi Arata, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bowlord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Croft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took the Lesser Mood Dalamud for their god, believing that it would deliver them from their devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Temtar Deep Croft is now accessible. Where are we at? You know what? That's fine. We can do Temtar Deep Croft in the next episode. So, I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. Check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any of the episodes you might have missed. Check out the link to my Patreon as well. Because it really does help out the channel. And with that, I'll see you all next time. See you later.